two things that I would like you guys to, take away from this first half of the session is your legs, is the foundation, right? Like if you are thinking about your body as a whole, like the legs, this part, the lower body, is the foundation. Obviously, we know that because, we need it to walk, right? And just, without that, we can't necessarily, walk, unless if you're walking on your hands. But this is the foundation. But because it's the foundation, it's also something that we shouldn't neglect. Now, when we are freestyling, it's more accessible and it's easier to, to play more with the upper body, right? Upper body, this, and you find, direction, and then sometimes you get, the lower body involved, right? But if you want to make your dance more dynamic, more unpredictable, I would say, and a bit more like calculated risk, in a place where you can take more calculated risk with it, then get comfortable here, right? And and we could play even more and start talking even more in depth. Like for example, like being able to, to be here with your legs, to be flat with your legs, to be here, like it's different ways of, moving and transitioning from one place to another. We could go even deeper, and we will have the chance to review footwork. But from today, first, legs, we can't afford to neglect it. Secondly, is the more we play with it, the more we create more options and possibilities for your freestyle, right? So now, when I've got this, right, and then I can do it here, I can do it here, I can, actually, playing here, you see what I mean? And this is, all of this is still footwork, right? And I engage also my upper body to do this. So it's much more dynamic than doing this. You see, my legs is not doing really anything here, yeah? Sometimes I would do this, but, that's it, right? So, here, okay? So, now we're going to transition to the second part, where we're just going to be working, more on a one-to-one basis. So the question that I want you to have in mind is that if you had the power to change, just like that, one thing in your dance for the better, right, to make it better, just like that, which one would be the priority? If you can answer that question, then this is the one that you choose is the one that we're going to focus on, for each person. Obviously, not everyone will pass, but who would like to start? Who said? It's always like this. The first person is hesitating, and then, Yeah, I know you. Yeah, it's okay then. So we can sit down. We can sit down. We're gonna have a.
When you say something to focus, are you referring to your body part or a concept?
Anything. Anything that is currently something that is your priority. It doesn't have to be a weakness. It can be a strength that you would like to find more depth into it, right? So you just think about, okay, what things, that I'm currently struggling with or that I'm currently finding joy, working with it, and I would like to find more depth into it, right? So it can be anything, yeah? Let's go for it.
So my one is mainly strength. So how do I put power into my dance? I'm quite skinny, I'm quite long, and I always find that you need to contract certain muscles to be able to show force in the dance and power. But that's always been a challenge because otherwise I feel like I'm just throwing myself around.
Right.
And there's something more just
Okay.
and I'd like to incorporate a little bit more of that.
Okay, I like that. Okay, all right, let's take time with it. So, you think that adding power to your dance is like, contracting those muscles and, maybe being more like impactful, right, with your movements. I mean, to have more impact with your movement, you feel like, you need to contract those muscles and all of that, right? Now, let's start from this. Is that true? Is that really true?
Like, is it true that you have to contract your muscles to display power?
To give more power?
Some cases. I guess if you want to do something very like that has a cutoff point, then you have to stop the movement, and that's a contraction. But there's power in like contemporary dances as well, and that's a different kind of power.
So let's simplify it. Just answer yes or no. Is that true? Huh? No. Yeah. So why is no? Is that because it's not like the truth, right? It's like you said, sometimes it could work, but maybe this is not where your power lies, right? Because I've seen you dancing for now, because you've been coming to our classes, and I'm not saying that if you want to integrate more like impact this way, I'm not saying don't do it, right? But I just want to make sure that we all understand, and you understand, okay, why am I doing this? Is it because if I want more power in my dance, do I have to do this? Or can I already use the power that I have?
So how can I maximize my power?
Okay, great. So, yeah, so in this case, what do you think is currently your power?
Fluidity.
Okay?
Like precise fluidity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And this can be very impactful as well. When it's done right, with the right timing and precision, you can make literally everything, anything powerful, right? So that's why you see there are some dancers, they are the opposite of high energy, but they're still very powerful, right? For example, I can take on an example. Okay, let's say we go, do you guys know Icy? Right, okay, so he would be more dynamic, crazy dynamic, very powerful with his movement all over the place, very unpredictable, and yeah, extremely great dancer, right? And then we're gonna take someone with lower energy. Let's say, do you guys know Lumi? Right. Lumi cannot do what Haisi does with his body. And I think he's not even going to try this, right? But he understands, okay, this is not my power. But I can just, flow, and it's all about style and really, really into the music, to a point where you literally see the music through his movement, right? And he's very good at that. But when he's dancing, he's not taking risk at all. He's not gonna go, he will barely go on the floor, right? But it's still very powerful, right? So now let's see how we can, play with your power, yeah? But is that okay with you, or do you still want to?
Maximize my work.
Yes, maximize your work. Exactly. Yeah, okay, I like that. All right, so let's do this. I'm gonna play the music, you're gonna dance, and you just want to play around with what you already know how to do well, okay? Let's start with this, okay? And then we can expand on it, yeah?
I'm just sitting in the studio. See, I've been in the studio just trying to get to you, baby. All night laying verses, though I'd rather lay with you, baby.
Yes.
Brown panties matching Ellen told you all kind of lazy. Angel out of heaven, such a goddess, I can get you crazy. I'm just sitting in the studio, just trying to get to you, baby. But the song's so fucking dope, girl, it's hard not to be the baby.
Nice.
In this book that
Okay, great. How did you feel about this? Fine.
You told me don't care about how I feel, so it doesn't matter.
No, yeah, but
Some bits were fun, some bits I'm like, oh maybe.
okay, right. So for me, it's a good start, right? But we're gonna find more depth within that power, right? We can all agree that she's got nice flow, nice groove, right? And this is something that looks pretty natural, you know, when she's doing it, right? And when you are moving, like automatically your entire body is being engaged, right? You're not isolating things, and I'm not saying isolation is bad, but it's more like, you know, something that you do very naturally. Your entire body is moving. Good. Now, I also noticed you wanted to play with the music in certain ways, but you never really fully get into it. You played the safe route. So meaning, you're flowing, and then there was this in the music, and I saw you doing it 2 or 3 times. This. So, mostly, you took the music like this. You know, you were dancing more like this, right? Which is good. But if I only do this, right? Over time, my rounds stay like this, right? But I also saw you sometimes trying to do this. But you kept it maybe 2 or 3 seconds. Right? And then you came back to this. Right? So my message here, I want you to try to take more risk with the music. Right? And what you hear, try to implement it and keep it longer. Right? Because I was really observing, therefore I could see you trying to take, you know, some other part on the music, but you would stay with it maybe 1 second, and I would have loved to see more of it, right? To create that contrast, right? And ultimately, enrich, you know, that power you already have, right? But if you're still just flowing with the music, that's good, but let's add more layers to this, okay? So I'm gonna play the music again, same song again, and try not to take, you know, as many parts as possible with the music gradually. Right? Let's see how you do this, and if you're still struggling to do this, and then I will guide you more, right?
I'm just sitting in the studio trying to get to you, baby. But the song's so fucking dope, girl.
going, keep going.
Angel out of heaven, such a goddess, having me. I'm just sitting in the studios trying to get to you, baby.
Nice. Okay, so we are getting there, but we're not there yet. Because the second round, we could argue that it looks a bit more messy, right? Because you're not necessarily 100% in the comfort zone now. Because you're trying to play with other part of the music, and therefore we look at it and we're like, yeah, I see what she's doing, but the precision and timing is not as the first round, right? So therefore, we want to have the clarity of the first round, but with more layer with the music, yeah, of the second round, but with a better timing and precision. Does that make sense? So here's the thing. To make this happen, we're going to simplify. We think we need to add more, but we just need to simplify to increase the timing and precision. So I'm going to do a round where I'm just going to just try my best to be as much as possible with the music. And I'm going to try to do as less as possible, right? So let's say it looks. But I still want to apply your energy, the flow energy, right?
I'm just sitting in the studio trying to get to you, baby. But the song's so fucking dope, girl, it's hard not to leave, baby. Tell the truth, it's you in the book that I was playing. So I'm just sitting in the studio trying to get to you, see, I've been in the studio just trying to get to you, baby. All that nigga versus doing, I'd rather live with you, baby. Brown patties matching and toes, you all kind of lady. Angel out of heaven, such a goddess, having me praying. I'm just sitting in the studio just trying to get to you.
Let's exchange with that. Go, your turn, your turn, your turn. Do whatever you want. Just, let's exchange with that. Just try to play with the music more. Take your time with it. Yes.
So I'm sitting in the studio just trying to get to you.
Yes.
Throw that pussy, shall we see? I think you and me can make it. This little verse will get you naked.
Yes.
See your heart ain't made for breaking. Never been mistaken. See, I've been caught up in the moment. So my type ain't quite a type. But now this gangsta nigga on it. Should've put my weed and hit the yak. I can hit your type without the hat. Put that pussy on the map. I see qualities in the back, girl. I know that you got come with attitude in your swag, girl. You ain't wrong, girl. This what I do a lot, lose your thumb, girl.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just sitting in the studio just trying to get to you, baby. But the songs are fucking dope, girl, it's hard not for me to play.
Yes.
Tell the truth, for shit was you in this booth that I was playing. So I'm sitting in the studio just trying to get to you, baby.
Yes.
Girl, I love you.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I think you start to understand where we're going, what we're trying to do here. What we're trying to do is to be as much as possible with the music, right? Because if my timing and precision is better, right, the same movement will have more impact, and therefore I will be more powerful with my execution. Does that make sense? So what I did is I just said, okay, I danced. I didn't push that much. I was trying to be, as much as possible with the music vibe. And then I was going to explain what I did, and I said, no. Just in the moment, I felt instinctively to tell you, like, let's exchange. So dance after me, and then you started to just, take a bit more time with the music, right? And I'm going to play another song again, and I would like you to just try and be with the song, even if you are flowing. Yeah, try and be with. Yes.
When I'm too with the song, I'm just gonna end up doing like.
Yeah, it's
just rocking like in my kitchen.
But so first of all, is it bad?
It's just.
It's not enough for you.
It's monotone.
Yeah, it's monotone, but the music is not monotone. So if it's monotone, it's because you're not fully with the song, right? That's the thing. If you're really with the music, and regardless if you like the music or not, our goal is to create a relationship with the music, right? Regardless if we like the music or not. So how well can we create a relationship in the moment with the music? If you feel that you're too flat, guess what? You're not really with the music, right?
Do better, who better, you better. Been around like hella, propellers. Wanna know who you with? Don't tell them. Come on, fellas. That ain't none of your biz. Got on your bike, so you know I'm on your ass today. Would you let me hit it thrice if I asked today? She know my sneak nothing but magic, babe. I be swinging it back and forth to you on your casket, babe. Girl, you on my left side. That she find on the side. I just wanna know, I'm just sugarcoat, say it all if you want. Or could you tell me like it is, pretty little bit, is it in my head? Say it loud, say it proud, you want it more, we open door, hit it couch, you know door, I cut it up, like a scissor, love the Lord, she never bored, that's so much shit we can do, we free to say whatever, baby, if you asking me, no limit when I'm in it, got a masterpiece, I'm hoping I don't have a fast release, got me focused like I'm out here trying to get my master's.
Yes.
I'm in the leaves out, girl, I'm on the east side, girl, you on my left side, that you from the west side. I just wanna know, I just should go. I say it all if you want. Or could you tell me like it is? Pretty little bit, is it in my head? I just wanna know, don't you sugarcoat. I say it all if you want. Or could you tell me like it is? Pretty little bit,
Keep going.
is it in my head?
I'm loving you like vulnerable, letting your guard down, it's honorable, especially when the past ain't in that.
Yes.
Friendly to you, but there's magic in that. You the fire that I gotta protect and keep alive in the wintertime. And don't you die yet. You've been way more than a friend of mine, way more like family. The way you raised me, let's turn this whole life around. You can confide in me. I can take the weight up off your shoulder blades and try to store the pain inside of me. Like why the world do you like that? Like they don't know you got set, but me, I view you like that. I'm sneaking glances, thanking God that he drew you like that. Beautiful black child, come to shed your black cloud. With your mind and you smile like I'm out of the rain. I'm your dog, ears perk up at the sign of your name. Count on your name, wildfire, can't have
Wow.
it. Down your street.
Yes.
You that red pill that a nigga found in the matrix. Before I had you, the shit was fantasy. We plant the seed, grows the roots of bread and leaves. You treated life until one night. I feel obligation, stress and strife, and that's a blessing that I get from wife and do. Cause you trusted me with the key to your heart, made it smart. Cause even though I need a new start, due to my past transgressions, you believed in me. I guess the light I see in you is what you see in me, Lord.
Yes.
She's from the west side, and she see my best side.
I just wanna know,
Yes.
don't you sugarcoat. I say it all if you want. Or just tell me like it is. Pretty little bit, is it time I
Oh. How do you feel? So, you see, like, movement is not, it's not that important, right? Compared to music, right? So yes, you can improve your technique, and you will improve your technique, and you will add, more vocabulary and all of that, right? But it doesn't really matter to have all of this if you can't still create a relationship with the music in the moment. See what I mean? Right? Because right now, if I dance and I do a double backflip is very difficult to do, right? But if I do a double backflip right now and it's offbeat, you're still gonna be like, right? Yeah? So it's not really about the movement, right? But if I do this, like a set of concept like this, very simple things like that, but I play perfectly with the music and I start developing this and make it clear and playing with it, you're gonna be like, ooh, like it's so in sync with the music, right? So in the end, music is more important than, the movement, right? So therefore, this is where I would say you should start to develop that power, right? Literally, this is the way Sky move mostly, right? But also Sky, you also have those impact sometimes, you also have those impact. You also have those, whining things that you do naturally, right? They are all parts and they all can contribute to the strength, to your strength, right? But only if in the moment you manage to connect as much as possible with the music. Yeah? Is that make sense what I'm trying to say? Yeah? Right? So always be patient with technique. Always be patient, once again, with technique, right? But the music is not, right? This one, if you can get more depth into it now, do it now, right? And then tomorrow you say once again, the priority, honestly, the priority is the music. The music. Because you can do literally like awkward things like this, and this, but if it's the right timing and precision, you're good, right? And then the technique and all of that, you can be patient with it and you will get better at it, right? So now.